My friends, why do so many hardworking people grind for decades, yet still end up broke? They wake up early. They work late. They do everything right. And still, their bank accounts stay empty. That fear keeps us awake at night, doesn't it? The fear that no matter how hard we try, we'll never escape the grind. So let me start with something uncomfortable and completely counterintuitive. Wealth is not just about making more money. It's about stopping the quiet leaks that drain it away. Most people aren't poor because they don't earn enough. They're poor because they keep buying traps disguised as rewards. I learned this the hard way. I built businesses from nothing. I failed at badly and failures that could have buried me, but instead taught me how to rise smarter. Before any success, I was a teacher barely surviving on a tiny salary. Big dreams, small purchases. That mindset, blending Eastern patience with Western hustle, saved me. Today, I want to pull back the curtain on 7 every day. Purchases that silently sabotage your path to wealth. Stop buying these, and your money will grow like bamboo. Slow at first, then unstoppable. We'll go through them one by one, using lessons from my own stumbles and triumphs, so you can apply them immediately. First, flashy new cars. I remember my first temptation, a shiny sedan promising status, speed, and success. But here's the truth. That new car smell is the scent of your money evaporating. About 20% of a car's value disappears the moment you drive it off the lot, like pouring water into a leaky bucket. Where I grew up in China, we say, a wise man rides a donkey to the palace rather than a stallion into debt. Combine that wisdom with Western understanding of compounding interest, and the real cost becomes obvious. Instead of financing a depreciating machine, I drove used bikes and beaten-up vans while building my ventures. They got me where I needed to go, without chaining me to payments. So if you're eyeing that luxury ride to impress others, ask yourself, is this transportation or a trap? Choose reliable used wheels, pay cash, invest the difference. Over decades, that single decision can turn thousands into millions and free you to drive your real dreams. Next, oversized homes. Many people believe a big house means they've made it, but more often it's a gilded cage. When my company began growing, I considered buying a luxury apartment, a symbol of success. But wisdom whispered otherwise. Why lock your capital inside walls when it could be building empires? In the East, we value harmony over excess. A simple space sharpens the mind. Pair that with Western real estate math, and you see the danger. Mortgages on dream homes devour income like a hungry dragon. Property taxes, maintenance, interest. They pile up, leaving little left to invest. I stayed in modest homes even as my wealth grew, pouring the difference into opportunities that multiplied. Don't stretch to the maximum loan the bank offers. They profit from your pressure. Aim for a home costing no more than twice your annual income, with a strong down payment. Live comfortably, not extravagantly. Let the excess compound. This isn't deprivation, it's discipline. And discipline builds lasting security. Then there's designer clothes and accessories. I smile at my younger self, craving expensive suits just to fit in with executives. But clothes don't make the man. They can unmake his fortune. Trends fade faster than morning mist. Yet we chase them, paying premiums for labels that shout, "Look at me." From an Eastern view, true elegance is inner strength, not outer shine. Confucius taught that simplicity brings peace. Add Western marketing psychology and you see how brands sell status illusions. A $500 shirt versus a $50 one. Both cover you, but one quietly drains your wallet year after year. I learned to mix affordable basics with a few timeless pieces, choosing function over fashion. Skip impulse mall buys and online splurges. Build a wardrobe that lasts, even secondhand gems. Redirect those dollars into skills or investments that appreciate. You'll walk taller knowing your wealth is growing, not just your closet. Next, subscriptions and memberships, gyms, streaming, platforms, apps, boxes, clubs. They enter your life like friendly guests, then overstay as expensive habits. I signed up for many early on, convinced they'd boost productivity, only to realize most went unused, quietly nibbling at my budget every month. Asian folklore warns that small leaks sink great ships. Western data proves it. Recurring charges add up to tens of thousands over time. Around 80% of people forget or underuse their subscriptions. But the payments never forget them. I audited mine ruthlessly. Only essentials survived. Cancel the rest today. Share accounts. Use free alternatives. Take that freed cash and seed it into savings or a side hustle. Control your outflows and turn waste into fuel for wealth. Now eating out and fancy coffee. I enjoy good meals with friends, but daily restaurant runs and $6 lattes are silent assassins. While launching my business, I leaned on takeout, ignoring how it eroded my margins. Eastern wisdom says, home-cooked rice sustains empires. Western studies show dining out can cost 5 times more than cooking. Eating out 5 days a week can burn over. $2,000 a year. Gone without a trace. I switched to simple packed meals and brewed my own tea. Small habits that preserved resources for bigger bets. Make eating out an occasional pleasure, not a routine. Plan groceries. Learn quick recipes. Invest the savings. Your body a D and your bank account it will thank you. Then come gadgets and tech upgrades. This was my weakness, a new phone every year. I believed the latest device would unlock better ideas. But innovation is a double-edged sword. Today's must-have is tomorrow's obsolete brick. In the East, we meditate on impermanence. Western data confirms it. Tech depreciates fast. Spending $1,000 a year on upgrades for a decade is a small fortune. Vanished. Now I keep devices until they truly fail. I repair instead of replace. Ignore the siren call of ads. Upgrade only when it solves a real problem. Buy refurbished or last-generation models and invest the difference. Technology should serve you, not enslave your finances. Finally, impulse luxury items. Watches, jewelry, collectibles. I once wanted a luxury watch to mark success, but it was just a shiny distraction. These purchases promise joy, but often deliver regret and dust. Eastern minimalism and Western consumer critiques both warn us. Emotional spending rarely brings returns. Their value often falls, unlike investments that grow. I redirected that urge into meaningful experiences and real assets. Audit your wants versus needs. Sell unused luxuries. Fund your freedom. True richness comes from within, not from adornments. My friends, cutting these 7. New cars, oversized homes, designer clothes, subscriptions, eating out, gadgets, and impulse luxuries isn't about living joylessly. It's about choosing freedom over fleeting thrills. I've failed. I've lost battles. But every setback taught me the same lesson. Wealth blooms from smart restraint. Like tending a garden, remove what drains you and nurture what grows. At first, driving an older car or skipping the trendy cafe may feel strange. Then one day you'll laugh at how free you feel. Riches aren't for showing off. They're for living life on your terms. I blended Eastern serenity with Western ambition to build what I have. And you can too. Start small. Cut just 1 today. Invest the difference. Over time, it compounds into something extraordinary. In the dance of life, true wealth doesn't shout through possessions. It whispers through choices that endure. If you're ready to stop giving up on yourself, subscribe now. Join thousands who chose growth, strength, and a second chance.